ProPublica is reporting on a failure of the Obama administration on the issue of discrimination. They say the Obama administration has roundly criticized states such as North Carolina and Mississippi for passing laws that allow discrimination in the name of religious freedom. But at the same time, the administration has left in place a 2007 memo from the Bush White House that allows religious charities with federal contracts to discriminate in hiring for federally funded programs. Now, as Obama prepares to leave office, a group of prominent constitutional lawyers is calling on the Obama White House to revoke the legal memo, which they argue has been used by religious groups to refuse to provide services, including emergency contraception for human trafficking victims that conflict with their beliefs. All right, now, everybody needs to stop and think about that. We have religious charities, which might already be an issue in and of itself that they're getting money, but they're getting money and there's no strings attached. So in other words, they're allowed to discriminate against whoever they want to discriminate against because of their religious beliefs and still get tax money. That's fucking crazy. So imagine here for a second, they give you one example of a Catholic group or Christian group refusing emergency contraception for human trafficking victims. Oh my goodness, is that low? Imagine also, for example, some Islamic charity that refuses to hire or support, let's say they fight for homeless people, but they refuse to hire or support homeless gay people because they're gay, and that goes against their beliefs. Or you could say a Christian group perhaps does the same thing. Are we okay with that? I'm certainly not. But see, this is an important thing here because when you look at it, apparently the Democrats, when it comes to big states doing the discrimination, so when it comes to, like they say, Mississippi, North Carolina, so on and so forth, them saying, I'm going to discriminate against trans people or gay people because of my religion. It's like the Obama administration goes, bad. No, don't do that. Come on, that's too much. You're a huge state. That's not fair. But when it's a smaller group, when it's a small religious charity, he's like, well, I mean, I guess you have a religious freedom, right? Religious liberty. No. That's not the right way to think about it, man. As I've said before, you only have the religious liberty to abide by the same laws as everybody else. So if your religion, for example, in my opinion, if your religion wants you to dress a certain way, well then yeah, you could dress a certain way. You're not taking away anybody else's rights. You're not breaking any laws. So okay, there's your religious freedom. You get to dress however you want and say, it's because of my religion I dress like this. There you go. There's your religious freedom. But when you say, my religion allows me to override laws that everybody else has to follow, well then I tell you to fuck off. Because then you're getting special rights. You're not getting equal rights, you're getting special rights. So, for example, I got in trouble recently when I covered the story about, I think it was a Sikh person in the military who wanted to wear their headgear. And the rules of the uniform were, you can't wear your headgear. But they got a special exemption to wear the headgear. Okay, I have a problem with that. So, the Sikh person can wear the headgear because religion. But let's say I'm a secular person and I have a hat that is a lucky hat and a special hat. It's a hat my mother gave me and my mother died, and I want to wear my hat, and it's covering my head. It's my own headgear. He's allowed to wear his headgear because religion. I'm not allowed to wear my headgear because I'm secular. Well, see, that would be discrimination against secular people. You're giving special rules and favoritism to religious people. It's the same thing that we're talking about here. You only have the religious liberty to follow the same laws as everybody else. If your religious liberty means you get to break laws, well, then that's religious anarchy. That's not religious liberty. Then what would stop us from saying, oh, by the way, your religion allows for human sacrifice? So go ahead. I wouldn't want to be a bigot against your religion. Your religion does rain dances and human sacrifice, so go ahead. No, that's crazy. We would all go, whoa, that's too far. Right, that's too far, but why is it too far? It's too far because you just said, in the name of my religion, I get to do whatever I want, and your pesky laws don't apply to me. Well, the same thing should happen here. If some secular group, some secular charity decided, we're not going to help gay people. We're not going to help gay people. Why? We don't want to help gay people. Fuck gay people. We don't want to help them. They'd say, that's brazen discrimination. That's grotesque, and we're not going to allow you. You have to help them. Hey, I don't want to help black people. I don't want to help black people. What do you want me to do? I'm a Southern charity. I don't want to help black people. People go, that's discriminatory. You can't do that. But when it's a religious group, they say, hey, look, we don't want to give contraception to this girl who was raped because it's against our beliefs. Well, I don't give a fuck. Give her the contraception. I don't care about your religious liberty and religious rights to override other people's rights, or your religious liberty to override secular laws, because I don't believe in religious anarchy. And by the way, if you take the opposite position of this, you are a textbook fundamentalist. You don't get to take this position and then have people not call you a fundamentalist. You are a fundamentalist if you say, my religion allows me to override secular laws. Well, that would put you kind of in league with the Taliban. So that's not a position that you want to, have, because you're in bed with a bunch of unsavory people if you take that position. So the Obama administration, and here's the part that should piss off everybody, the Obama administration, they could reverse it like that right now. Right now. All it takes is them signing their own memo or their own executive order. Oh, but because Bush did it via executive order. All he's got to do is, okay, here, done. Now you can't do that. Now, any charity that gets money from the federal government, they have to abide by non-discrimination clauses. Right now, there's an exemption. If you're a religious charity, you don't have to abide by non-discrimination clauses. You can do whatever you want and just hide behind, it's my religion. It's my religious beliefs. So I get to not do contraception for girls who were raped and they were in human trafficking. If I don't want to, I don't have to serve gays, yada, yada, yada. It's so sad that in the year 2016, we're still wrestling with these like primitive cultish beliefs. I mean, religions are just big cults. That's not to say that everybody in the religion is bad. Of course not. But the ideologies and the fact that you have holy books that people in the religion, accept to varying degrees, but the fact that there's still people who go, yeah, no, totally, we gotta follow this. That's fucking crazy. Like, it's 2016 and people are still like, old book of mythology. Come on, give it to me. I gotta go through it. I gotta look for answers for life. Well, why not look at Mother Goose, too, while you're at it? How about that? Oh, I know, I'm not allowed to say that. I can't hurt the feelings of the religious. I don't care about your fucking feelings. Take your outrage for a hike. I don't give a shit. We're still wrestling with these beliefs and it's 2016. That's pathetic.